Hey, Hawk, are we ever going to clear this area for the legend to sit?
It will be cleared.
It's a messy countertop. You can't have Ozzy come in and see a messy countertop.
No. Jimmy's been working on his Ozzy stuff all morning, I noticed. What have you written down there?
Just a couple of questions I may have. Not thoughts. Not too many questions, to be honest with you.
Dude, you're going to be the one, though.
No, we'll all talk to him.
Nope. I'm not talking to him much.
You're not talking to him?
No, this is your moment.
Well,
I want Jimmy to have his moment.
Well, I'll chat with him. I mean, I'm not
have a little chit-chat.
You're not going to be leaning on us. It'll be a little awkward, but we're going to...
I'll believe me. If I have to, I'll just yap at him until he walks out the door. Believe me, I can talk to Ozzy.
Right.
I'll just...
So that's what we're going to do.
How many times can you say that you're God? Nobody wants to hear that for an hour.
No one wants to hear me talk to Ozzy. No one wants Anthony to hear Anthony talk to Ozzy.
Not true. You guys do great interviews.
It doesn't matter about... It's your obsession with Ozzy that is going to come to light today.
But everyone knows that. He's also still a rock legend, and you're still having a big guest on the show, so just doing a regular interview is important.
And haven't we spoken with him so many times on the phone that he knows us? Isn't he our friend?
Yeah.
So we can talk to him.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
And don't worry, we won't throw you under the bus or anything today.
I don't care.
We wouldn't do that.
How can you?
No, we really wouldn't do that to you. We know how important this is to you.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Ben, an Ozzy update or?
There's no update. He's going to be here sometime between 10 and 11. In worst case, we can keep the channel on after 11.
Okay.
That is the beauty of satellite.
All right, why don't we take a break? We'll regroup. Ozzy's
wow,
here.
Jimmy.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen,
there he is.
Ozzy Osbourne.
It is Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy will introduce everyone. Opie, Anthony, Opie, Anthony, Jim Norton.
Hi, Oz.
I forgot already.
I know, it's okay. I just want to say hi.
Nice. You made it.
So happy you're
Thank
here.
Don't
God.
ask me why. I got in like a couple of hours ago, and I'm like...
Yeah? You get up early these days or what?
Well, I got radio interviews, yeah.
Yeah? It's kind of... What time did you get up today? Because it's kind of early for a rock star.
About 7:30.
7:30?
I went to sleep at 6:15.
6:15 in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, really? You go on that little sleep?
I got no choice. My wife's got a good left foot. She kicks my butt out of bed.
Yeah, you can't sleep late anymore. Go to work. Can't you make her just realize
but
you
she works harder than me.
But that's a great deal for you. I think you should just relax. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Enjoy yourself.
Thank you. Get me some Quaaludes quick.
Because believe me, I love Sharon and everything, but I mean, it seems to me like these probably are the years you should maybe be relaxing.
You know, as we gotten older together, we're getting more work now than ever.
Is that a good thing?
It could be worse.
It could be worse, but I don't know.
I could be Arab and have 4 wives who could drive me nuts.
You enjoy it, though? It's not like you're forced to be out. Because I've heard some accusations that people are like, oh, Sharon cracks the whip and Ozzy goes, and, you know, he doesn't want to work this hard anymore.
How many married men do you know that their wives don't crack the whip?
You are so right.
It doesn't matter what you do.
Right. They don't go crack the whip. They've got very many tactical ways of getting what they want out of you.
Even the Prince of Darkness has to put up with that. Has to put up with the whip crack.
I mean, I've even tried a wooden spike through her heart.
That didn't work.
I got splinters in my hands. Then I got told off for whittling.
Yeah, boy, they can be tough. That's for sure.
That's hilarious.
How you feeling? Your neck and your back and everything?
I can't say the word, but...
No, you can say whatever you want. You say fuck, shit here.
Yeah, it sounds like radio.
It's kind of fucked, man.
Yeah, is it?
I'm worth more in scrap metal now than anything else. When I do, they're going to melt me down in the fucking Bionic Man.
When we heard about your ATV accident, it's like everybody assumed it was nothing and it was okay, but it was pretty serious stuff.
But the dumb, they couldn't have been those like chasing a bandit at 500 miles an hour.
Right.
Fucking 3 miles an hour, man.
3 miles an hour, would you capsize the thing?
That's really the Prince of Darkness speed.
What did you hit?
The ground.
No, I mean, how do you fall off of it at 3 miles an hour?
Well, it's one of those. I was going down a dip, and instead of a screw kind of a lever,
right?
My body, I had my hand on the handlebars, and I pushed the lever. Next thing I know, I was on morphine. That was pretty cool, man.
The morphine, huh?
Yeah. I didn't want to leave. I wanted to be the resident fucking morphine guy.
Just keep me here. I still feel a little pain.
No, but, you know, I've had a big major change in my life. Yeah. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do dope. I'm boring my fucking self to do.
This isn't just a phase, though, that you're going through.
I'm 11 months now.
11 months.
Which is the longest time I've ever got.
And this had to do with your accident?
No, because the wife kept giving me fucking shit. You know?
Hey, now I heard you were pretty much dead at this point.
Well, I didn't exactly want to run the fucking marathon.
No. But did they have to bring you back to life or anything?
Yeah, they got them fucking electric things. Because what happened was when I smashed my clavicle, or whatever the fucking thing is, the bone.
Shoulder blade.
Yeah, it severed my artery and my lungs filled with blood, and I was drowning my blood. I mean, I had to sort of put a thing in my lung to drain the blood.
Drain it out.
And my heart stopped twice.
Jesus.
Did you see anything?
What?
Did you see anything when the heart stopped?
No, I wasn't really fucking looking. At that point, I didn't go, darling, my heart stopped. Look at that fucking beautiful bird up there. The house looks fabulous from this fucking ditch.
Ozzy, I think he means some kind of afterlife thing, an image.
But I saw some fucking afterlife thing. I'm a ghost sitting there right now.
Okay, you make good sense. I understand.
I was wondering if you saw the devil or something. You know, a lot of people.
I'm married to her.
A lot of people see, you know, the nice white light, and
people say to me, "Did you see the light, the white light?" And I go, "Yeah, it was the fucking lamp above the bed when I was waking up."
That's what I think that's all about, by the way. Yeah,
bullshit. There's nothing. Holy host of fucking angels going, Ozzy, we have come to save you. It's like, get up, fucking, you got a gig tonight, you fucking asshole. My wife, in a Satan frock.
Yeah. Jesus. Well, thank God.
We cleared that up for you.
You're okay, but 11 months now.
Yeah, 11 months.
Wow, that's really cool.
So what do you do to pass the time now that you're not doing the doping?
Masturbate.
One vice you're still allowed, huh?
Yeah, thank God they don't take that away from us.
But I'm a man's amputated next week. I won't spend too much time in the John, you know.
Do you miss the dope or the booze or nothing?
He got fucking old, man. I mean, you know.
Was that it?
At one time it was fun, but then it became a fucking pain.
Yeah, it kind of gets in the way of a lot of things, doesn't it?
Especially when you're fucking nodding up on a morphine in a fucking interview, you know.
Yeah. Oh. And now it must have been a little hard knowing what you went through and stuff to see your kids going through rehab. That's got to be.
In actual fact, he spurred me on. I mean, I'd been trying for 20 odd years, but
really,
he just with the series going so well on MTV, he kind of like they all went, because when you think. People go, oh, it must be so cool. But when you think every morning at 7 o'clock you open your bedroom door and there's a fucking crew and they're on and they're chasing your ass around your house or wherever you do go all day. And it's fun for about the first week or two. But then the fucking second year comes, you know, it's like, don't you guys have a fucking home to go to?
Yeah, it gets a little old, I'm sure.
And so the kid, plus the kids went from being kids to TV stars, and they were getting all kinds of flack from the public. They were like being ridiculed and slapping. Not everybody. A lot of people were okay.
I think most people were okay with it, but there were some people that were really ragging the kids. Yeah,
you always got a whack job out there somewhere, you know.
Jealous.
I mean, the majority of the people were great, but the whole life switch really fucked with them, you know, and they started, you know, doing drugs and alcohol.
Now you were back on.
When Sharon was diagnosed with colon cancer, my little plan was like, I'll go first. I mean, you got to admit, guys, with the reputation that I had, I've got more chance of going before she. She don't smoke, she don't drink, and she ends up with colon cancer, and I'm like, fucking smoking bungs and running around the fucking house, vats of booze.
So was there anything that was like ever shot that you just didn't want shown on the show that you said you got?
A lot.
Did they honor it, or did they show it anyway?
No, I mean, when you see a show, it's like 25 minutes, right? They're filming from Monday at 7 o'clock till every morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning, and they got that for a fucking week. A week you could make a series, you know.
Right.
But the stuff, the trick to the show, I think, was the editing.
Yeah.
And we just did a wrap-up thing with that Dr. Phil, who, incidentally, he's a really cool guy, man.
Really?
He really knows his stuff.
Really?
He's when I used to watch him on the TV, He said, another fucking...
Quack.
But he really is a nice guy.
Yeah? He kind of helped. Did he
said
help?
You're all fucking mad and went home.
You're all mad. Did he help you out a little bit?
Yeah, but the guy's just a really nice guy. You know?
Yeah.
We had like a family thing, you know.
Now, you being going through what you went through with the drugs and stuff, you must have known and seen your kids falling into the same rut. What did you try? Did you try to do anything?
You know what? It's like I quit smoking cigarettes just over 4 years ago. I just got a bit of a moment of reality, if you like. I just thought, how can I tell my kids about not smoking with a fucking mulberry in my mouth? Be an example. And I never thought that I would ever quit smoking. I thought I would die with one in my hand.
Yeah.
And one day I just went, people said to me, how did you do it, Ozzy? I just went, I took the patch off and all that shit, and threw the cigarettes on the fire, and I made my mind up, you know. People go, oh, I couldn't go anywhere without a cigarette. You can if you want to.
It's one of those daily things, because I know I used to smoke. It's one of those things where you know you're picking the cigarette up, so you just don't do it for that day.
The best 2 cigarettes of the day, first thing in the morning, last at night.
Yep.
And the last at night when I was fucking hammered, used to have a backlash when the fucking bed was on fire, you know.
Nothing better than a nice cold beer and a cigarette, though. Oh,
and a flaming pair of balls at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, did you take Sabbath off the ballot at the awful Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which should just be
No. Let me explain the situation with the grief I used to have. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is run by people that are in the business, not by the people that don't go at the back of a music magazine. If you write and tell us who you think you'd like in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
it's not fans.
And I disagree with that principle because I mean, you could get a job, or anybody could get a job in a record in one and get voted on the panel and say, I think Bruce Springsteen or Elton John or whatever. And for years we were like on the list, and I said, they ain't gonna fucking vote for us.
They're musical snobs, and they never gave you guys what they should have because you came from a darker place than like Aerosmith or all these other bands that are in there and that shouldn't have been in there before you.
But then they had a really damning response to me, which I didn't go out for a fucking week. It frightened me that much into the respect it was so lame, man. It was just, so what does Ozzy want? An award for biting the most heads off the most bats. Give me a fucking hand job, you cunt.
Like that's all you ever did in your career. That's it.
I mean, that was fucking.
Wait,
that proved my point, actually.
Yep.
Wait, you once bit a... No, I won't go there.
Don't stop. It's fucking anymore. And I can still fucking use my right arm.
We got gag in a little way, and I could relate to that.
Talking about your penis again.
Yeah, because we got in a lot of trouble with our radio show. We had this couple have sex at St. Pat's Cathedral, so now wherever we go, that's all they want to know. So we can relate on a small level the whole bat question, the dove question, all that you've been asked thousands and thousands of times. So
who wants to hear it anymore, right?
Exactly.
Fuck it.
Well, it was like
yeah, it was like this. Oh, please.
You know, what do bats taste like? I don't know. It's been that long ago. I don't know what fucking bread tastes like.
I saw you had a great answer for that on Letterman years ago. You said bats taste kind of salty. Great response to that. I gotta ask, this is kind of a dumb question, but like, what is your greatest fear when you walk out on stage? Are you afraid when you walk out?
Every night, people say, I've been doing it for 30 odd years now. And people say, oh, you must have it down now. I never, ever, before I go on stage, I go through this inner torture. Am I going to pull it off? Is the crowd going to like me? Am I going to... Because sometimes you go on stage and you go, it's going good tonight. And then you come off stage and the people come up to you and go, you feeling okay tonight?
Oh, no, really?
And you go, what, you think you're having a good time? See, my perception is fucked. My perception is all over the place. And then when I think I'm doing a bad show, they go, fuck it, Ozzy, and you get better with age. And but I like to, it's like an invisible line. Once you cross that line, you're on, whether you're good, bad, or whatever.
Right.
I mean, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's fucking awful.
But you still go through it before every time you go out?
I don't put it this way, I don't need any laxatives,
Yeah.
I mean, the toilet is overflowing.
Yeah.
That's odd because you would think, for so many years doing it and stuff, and you look when you come out, you just look like an animal. You look like the guy that is confident.
I always think the worst when Sharon goes to me, you just stand there, I go, I can't because I'm fucking me,
Yeah.
Sharon says, "Oh no, you're 56. None of this fucking jumping around anymore." I just go, keep me at home then if I can't do what I gotta do. I'm gonna stand there like a fucking lemon.
Yeah. And then people say, "Oh, why is Ozzy not moving?" Then you get shit for
They go,
that.
he did die.
They just propping him up there, damn it.
In my country, up to that, like,
With those fingers up in the air.
the Aussie.
Hey, how'd you become friends with Elton John? I saw that on one of the Osbourne shows there.
It's a long story. My wife used to hang around with him before she met me.
It just seems like a strange combination.
I don't know. It's just a really. I don't know. It just happened. He's a very nice guy.
Hey, that's a good guy though for your wife to hang around before she met you with. Nothing was happening.
Not with Elton John, it wasn't.
Do you know what? I never ask things like that.
No.
I don't look at it. Look at any. I mean, any one of us could be homosexual. I wouldn't know it. I'm not.
Could be. Look around the room.
I'm not. Yeah.
I'm not a homosexual.
No, don't look at me. I was hoping
the camera.
Wow. I was hoping you were going to look that way, not over here.
I made the gender mistake with a hooker once. I thought it was a chick, but it was a guy. But that's not gay because I didn't know when I went into it.
but you fucked her, yeah?
Well, no, I kind of finished, and I was like, "Oh, you got me," and he left.
Did you go poop shoot or what?
No.
I think he paid for a blowjob, Oz.
Yeah, it was a blowjob in Jersey, and I didn't know.
I wouldn't give a fucking shit.
Thank you.
Look at that.
I mean, I bet you more than one person has done that,
Oh, thank you.
See, you're getting.
He's the only one willing to admit it in front of a lot of people.
I mean, some of these transsexuals, though, you don't know the fucking difference.
Oh, they're lovely.
Looking a little nice, right? These days, science and technology.
Kickstart a fucking Harley every quick, though.
You know what I've always wanted to ask you too is
No, I'm not one of them.
Oh no. You're not a tranny. The original War Pigs, you guys had it was an original version you did to War Pigs, and then the lyrics, which were really like dark lyrics. Did the record company make you change that, or did you guys make a creative decision to do it?
It's been that long ago, I can't remember fucking making the record. Did I make a record called War Pigs? No, I mean, the only one I do remember, Volume 4 was originally going to be called Snowblind. And they said, no, you can't. It's in those days, it was like cocaine was you couldn't mention or have any connotations. So if you look in the inside cover, I think it's Volume 4, one of the
Volume 4.
And it's got, we'd like to thank the great Los Angeles Coca-Cola Company, which is a little way of saying.
Right, you had to get it in there.
Fucking blow on that album.
Troublemakers.
But in those, it's got a lot more liberals. And people actually sing about it now.
Yeah, now it doesn't matter, right? What do you listen to these days?
I don't. I'm currently doing some work with a colleague of mine on a Broadway musical about Rasputin.
Really?
It's really good. What I like about it, it's a different process than writing songs for an album. You can use a theme leapfrog it in and out of the song, and so it's quite interesting.
Yeah, a couple of people with the roots in rock and roll getting into Broadway. It seems to be the thing to do.
Well, I've been working on this for 10 years,
Oh, see? They're ripping you off.
Who?
Hey, this box set you got, you cover some really interesting songs. You do In My Life and Sympathy for the Devil.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
I had to have some... In my lives, I heard... I was watching this movie one day, and Bette Midler was doing this thing with this USO thing for the military, and there was a part where she goes into Vietnam, and I thought that's one of the least Beatles albums, records, songs that's been covered. I mean, I've always wanted to do a version of Whitest Shade of Pale, but everybody and their fucking grandmother's done that.
Yeah.
So I when I did the cover, there's up the road, there's a covers album called Ozzy Undercover with a lot more different songs as well as those on,
What was the only one you'd done before that was like Evil Woman, I think, on the original Black Sabbath was the only cover until...
I did for that Moscow Pete Summit, Purple Haze for Doc McGee. And the whole box set, and the reason why it can't, I did covers because I've been on about doing it for quite a while now, and the record company, we're going to put like, the fucking Miss Piggy, Born to Be Wild on. My wife says, why don't you add that covers of, man? It was a lot of fun to make actually because they were established songs, and we didn't change them around that much, you know, because sometimes when you hear somebody go do a cover song, the only thing recognisable is the title,
right?
You know, so we kept it nearly as true to the form. I'm really pleased with it, you know.
You know, one of the greatest things about you, I've always loved, is like a lot of bands, like headliners especially, will try to bring like a soft opener, and you always seem to bring like the fucking best bands out there. I've seen you with Metallica, Motley Crue when they were on fire. Yeah. Is there anybody you've ever been afraid to follow or go on after?
No, way back in the day when Kiss happened, I mean, that was like a fucking revolution. I mean, in the Sabbath, we'd go on after Kiss. They would open up for us. And the fucking audiences were like all that face paint. And it's like, I don't think we belong here.
Oh, man, really?
But you know, I just played on. I mean, there's been many a times I've gone, fucking hell, how am I going to get through this, you know? But I just played on my own way, you know.
You actually watch the opening band and just go, fuck, we're not going to follow this?
No, I try not to because I either get influenced or I get pissed off. I like to live in my own little world before I go on stage because it's sometimes I'll do it, but not very often.
Right. Yeah, look at Jimmy's got a little picture of you on his shirt.
Yeah, but
Jimmy's
you probably didn't get a dime for that. Some bootleg.
No, I bought this at Ozfest. I won't buy anything bootleg Ozzy. It's
really?
Absolutely not. Nothing bootleg, man. It's
Ozzy,
go through him.
Ozzy, just so you know, you're Jimmy's hero. Simple as that.
I don't suck cock, Jimmy.
Number one fan.
There's no one bigger in his mind than you.
Yeah, no just a big. It's really great to be chatting with you.
He spends half his time on this radio show talking about you.
Yep.
You're my man.
I think you've been ripped off by a lot of bands. I discussed that a lot. I think you two stole Sunday Bloody Sunday from Sabbath Bloody Sabbath.
No, we stole that Sabbath Bloody Sunday from Sunday.
Oh shit!
Look at that. Close your argument. Ozzy, never a stranger to controversy. Of course, you know the Bat thing and the Alamo and stuff. Now I see you turning up in the papers. The latest controversy. Cosmetic surgery.
Well, I had my dick shortened.
All right, you heard it here.
There you go. It's an exclusive.
That's it. Screw page 6. Screw whatever they're saying. He had his dick shortened. They had a story about you. I don't know. It was getting fat injections and.
What the fuck do I want to have a fat injection? if I get up and work out on a life cycle for 2 fucking hours anyway.
Yeah, it was like
that's
they
a dumb idea.
What I was reading is
it was an injection of speed so I could fucking pedal faster. I was going.
They were taking fat from your ass and injecting it in your face or something.
What? Were you reading the fucking paper upside down?
Oh. It says that you admitted I have had a facelift.
Yeah, my wife fucking smacked me in the chin one night.
Black Sabbath singer came clean after years of denying he had gone under the knife. Ozzy, 56, had insisted he lost his gaunt appearance by ditching drink and drugs and switching to clean living. But the rock wild man has now revealed, I've had a face job and a new nose. It bolstered my confidence to no end.
Do I look any different?
No. Nope. And the pictures that they put...
If that's the truth, I'm going to get my fucking money back.
So you never said this? That you've had a face nose job?
It's real. I don't know where they get this shit from.
I don't know. They're printing lies about you. Probably not the first time, right?
Right.
Sometimes I'm sure you open up the paper, you read things and go.
I don't read it because I always get pissed off because I get it wrong.
Oh, you do get pissed off by that stuff still?
If I won't read a magazine, but once every blue moon I go, oh, look at that. Every time I look at the one in a million, it's something I don't want to fucking read. So
Probably something about your family or something, right?
Not about my facelift or one.
What was the craziest thing you read about yourself that obviously wasn't true?
Just recently, I was in London and there was an article on Black Sabbath, and in bold writing he said, "Sabbath, you should fire Ozzy." And now I never rejoined Sabbath. We had a reunion because you'll never get a studio album out of them. And the reason why I said I wouldn't do it, the reason why I haven't done another studio album with Bill Ward, Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and myself is because I said, if the music that we wrote wasn't as good as when we left off, what's the fucking point?
You're a smart man.
I mean, so many times so-and-so's got back together, and I've gone, the album fucking sucked.
You do the same thing we do. That's great.
Yeah, you might as well leave it on a high note.
Just because, the four of us are getting together. If the music's, I'd be a fucking idiot if I like this radio station.
Say whatever you want.
I can be my own man. Fuck.